Hey guys, it's Goldie. So, I'm back in Texas. I was in California for Christmas and I had so much fun. I met so many new people. I went to many new places and experienced new things, and that was amazing. And reflecting on all of that, I just want to make this video so that we can talk about 2016. I want to talk about the things that 2016 has taught me. If I can summarize 2016 in one word, it would have to be humbling. I have never experienced such a humbling year in the 24 years of my existence. So the first thing that 2016 taught me was a big lesson in patience. I always thought that I was decently patient. I didn't think I was such an impatient person, but I was tested. Oh, let me tell you about that. At the beginning of 2016, I started a company, a real estate company called Golden Globe Real Estate. And I had, when I look back now, I had unrealistic expectations. These things don't happen overnight. So in my head, I wasn't where I wanted to be. I just was going through a lot of crisis, and it doesn't help that I'm a drama queen, but that's besides the point. But it wasn't until I had three major breakdowns, it took that much for me to realize that I need to relax. If I'm not where I want to be, there's a reason for that. And being a believer, I realized that I was pushing so hard. I was relying on my own will. I was relying on my own strength to get the job done and to get where I needed to be. I thought that putting the work in would get me there. And although that is true to some degree, I was forgetting that there's someone bigger than me who has my back. He literally looked down at me, and one day I literally just realized he was telling me, relax, chill out. I got this. You've done your part. Can you please just trust me? I'm going to do my part, and you're going to get to where you want to go. But the reason you haven't gotten there is because there are valuable lessons that you still need to learn. You haven't learned them yet. You haven't passed that level in your life. And one of those was patience. And I needed to learn how to be pushed to the brink, to where I thought I was going to lose it, to where I thought I was going to burst at the seams, because I felt like I wasn't where I needed to be. Because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I needed to grow in patience and understanding and compassion for others. And I was completely neglecting my relationship with the Lord. And that was just mind-blowing, because once I realized that, I wasn't anxious anymore. It just completely changes the panorama, because you look at life and you look at your situations that you think are so awful and so unfair, and what did I do wrong to be in this position, and realize this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. There is a greater plan for me. God has not forgotten about me, and He will never forget. He's got it under control, because we can't do it all alone. Personally, I learned that I cannot do it by myself. I can't do it all. With all of that I just said, sometimes there's a difference and a fine line between self-love and self-absorption. And we live in a day and a time where it's all about you. You got this. Love yourself. Put yourself first. It doesn't matter as long as you're good. Although I do stand by those things to some degree, I think that there's a moment where that completely turns into self-absorption. You spend so much time taking 103 selfies to make sure that one for Instagram is absolutely perfect. And, that was an hour that maybe your mom, was going through something, had a rough day at work, and you could have spent it by talking to her, or your dad, or your brothers. How are they doing at school? Or your sisters, or your best friend. Sometimes we're so focused on materialistic things. But sometimes I think we need to step back and realize that there's a difference between self-love and self-absorption. And I think it's just crazy how self-love, so much of it can turn into self-absorption, where all you see is you and your wants and your needs. And it's really, really tricky, because it disguises itself, and you get so lost in yourself where you don't even realize you're doing it, Life is school. So when you're in school, you prepare for your exams. When you're in school, you read, the lesson to know what's going on. It's the same thing in life. Life, there's going to be tests. There's going to be exams. They're called trials. They're called low points where you need to be prepared for them. You need to educate yourself. You need to seek the Lord. You need to do things that make you feel like you're giving back. Don't ever take anything as a loss. Anything bad that happens to you is actually something really good in disguise. It's a blessing because you, A, are alive, B, have the opportunity to experience things. If you don't feel things, then how are you going to know when something is great? I just know that coming into 2017, my goal is to seek the Lord, rely more on Him and less on my strength, to not worry so much about what people may think, not stress about what people think. Just block all of that out. Spend more time offline, and time is so precious. And it's not a guarantee. 2017, you can make it the best year ever because I feel like we all learned a lot of very valuable lessons in 2016. And let's not forget those so we don't have to relearn them again. Just enjoy life. Be thankful. Just fill yourself with more love and patience. Patience. You will get to where you want to be because you are working hard. If you stay working hard and you do your part, guess what? The rest is going to follow. Those are things that I learned in 2016, and that's really all. And we'll see you guys next time.